Sairam children, how are you all? Fine and healthy? Good. Nice to see you. So you all are happy? Are you doing some activities, creative activities at home? Yes, you should do activities, reading books and all. Good. Now you all are in 9th standard. In 8th standard, you are having maths. And now your maths is divided in two parts. Mathematics part 1, that is algebra, and mathematics part 2, that is geometry. So you have to study both, practice every day. So algebra, geometry as a full-fledged subjects. You have to study and practice every day. Yes, look at this picture. Did you recognize this picture? Yes, it is a picture of pyramids in Egypt. Do you know when they were built? Some 3000 years before Christian era. So from this we can calculate that when they were built. At that time also the people, they had the knowledge that such huge structures were possible to build with the knowledge of geometry. So from this we come to know the importance of the subject. And this knowledge of geometry engineering helped them to build huge structures. Even that people, olden times, they used to build altas, tanks and all. They used the knowledge of geometry, what should be the length, breadth, height, and they were able to calculate area, volume, etc. Now about geometry. This word is a combination of two Greek words. That is geo, which stands for earth, and metria, measuring. So geometry is related with measuring of land, like geography. We study about earth, geothermal. So we are related with earth and all, we use the word geo. Okay, now about the great mathematicians who have contributed to this subject. First Greek mathematician, do you know he was? Thales. And even Indian mathematicians, they had contributed a lot. Like great Indian mathematicians Aryabhat, Varamir, Brahmagupta, Bhaskaracharya and many others. So we should always remember our great Indian mathematicians for their valuable contribution. So whenever you have time, read about the mathematicians and about their contribution, the formulas developed by them, the work done by them. Even now, when we build the bridges and other construction, we require the knowledge of geometry. And even the people used to be able to find the height and length of the structures with the help of the shadow, the shadow formed. So from this we come to know the importance. Okay, now again we are familiar with these pictures. Yes? First one is a dot. Second one, line. Third one, plane. So plane, line and point are the basic concepts in geometry. Now point. We draw points in the books. What is a point? A dot made by a sharp object. Dot made by a sharp pencil. So we draw a dot. But in geometry, we call it point. And we name the points. So what we do? We use the capital letter, capital alphabet to name the points. Now do one activity. Quickly draw a point in your book. So you all are ready? No? Then quickly bring one pen, pencil and book. So next time, keep ready your geometry box. Okay? So this activity we are going to do. Hope so. You all are having now pencil, geometry box ready, eraser, pen. So do one thing. On one page, draw one dot with the pencil. Okay. Draw one dot. Good. Now name it. Use any capital letter to name the dot. And this is point. For example, if you have named point A, point B, this is point. And do one thing, next thing. The two dots, that is 2 points. With the help of the ruler, draw a line. Are you able to draw? Yes. So we can say 2 points determine a line. We require 2 points. And now name those points. Maybe AB, XY accordingly. So this is the name of the line. Line AB, line XY. And in case you want to give single letter name, then we use single letter, small letters beside the arrow. Okay, now what is the line? A set of points which can be extended in both directions. So you are going to draw a line and draw arrowheads. So always we draw arrows for line because line can be extended in both directions. So you all have done? Good. Now third thing. Quickly randomly draw some points. Randomly draw. Now do one thing. See where line is passing. Draw a line. Okay. Now you see if 3 or more points are there. A line passes to 3 or more points. See which are those points. Draw a line. So 3 or more points are there. A line passes through them. Then those points are collinear points. But there must be some points where line is not passing. So they are non-collinear points. So you yourself will come to know where the line is passing. Maybe A, B, L. Then those points are collinear. And where A, B and X, for example, line is not passing. Non-collinear. So this is, you will come to know which are collinear points, non-collinear points. So for that 3 or more points should be there. A line should pass through them. Now next concept, plane. Now wherever you have non-collinear points, that determines a plane. Even you can do this small activity at home. Your 2 fingers and thumb. Hold one notebook, small that is, and you will be able to. This is an example of plane. The 3 non-collinear points determine a plane. Example of plane: top of the table, floor, board, wall. They are nothing but the examples of plane. A flat surface, any flat surface, and this flat surface extends from all the 4 sides. So for plane we use 3 letters to determine it. For example, A, B, C. And if we want single letter, then we write single letter beside the plane. So we know how to name it, and point, line, plane, which are very important, and they are basic concepts in geometry. Now with the help of these points and all, we can calculate distance. So now what activity we are going to do? We are going to draw a line. Draw a line. Draw some points on it. Here also I have drawn a line. And some points I have named them. Now while drawing a line, what the things we keep in mind? First we draw a point and we write O, 0, to indicate this is origin. Now towards your right side, mark the numbers, or first draw the points and then write the numbers below them. How I have drawn and named them. Take equal distance, maybe centimeters and all, it will be convenient. So towards your right side, like 1, 2, 3, 4 I have written, they are positive numbers. Towards the left of the 0, what we are going to do? -1, that is -1, -2, -3. So these all are negative numbers. So when we draw a line, we keep in mind, we show O, origin 0, towards the right, positive numbers, towards the left of the 0, negative numbers. Now when we have written the numbers below the points and all the numbers, so number associated with a point is called coordinate. So whenever we write the numbers which are associated with a point, they are the coordinates. Here also you can see I have written here the B. Okay, now B. Which number is associated with it? -3, that is -3. So coordinate of B is -3. Similar way, the coordinate of A, -1. Coordinate of D, 1. So the number line which you have drawn and the numbers you have written and the points, you yourself will be able to find the coordinates. And with the help of the coordinates, we can find that one point how many units it is away from the other. That is distance. Like now how we are told, social distancing. We have to stand at a distance of 1 meter or 1.5 meter. So this is distance, the word distancing. So this much distance we have to stand away, this much units, 1 meter away and all. Similar way, coordinates help us to find the distance. That is how many units it is, the points are away from each other. Okay, distance between 2 points on a number line. Here we will be dealing with distance between the 2 points. Otherwise we also say distance between the 2 towns, distance between the 2 cities, maybe in meters, kilometers and accordingly. So here distance between 2 points on a number line. Now, how to calculate the distance? For that, first we find out the coordinates. From the coordinates, we have to first find which is the larger coordinate or greater coordinate. Then the smaller coordinate. Then what we will do? Subtract the smaller coordinate from the larger coordinate. And that is the distance between the 2 points. For example, when we are writing, I write like this. Distance is equal to larger coordinate minus smaller coordinate. Now here also the coordinate of D. So what is the coordinate of D? See which number is associated? 1. So coordinate of point D is 1. And the coordinate of point E is 3. Which is the larger coordinate? 3. And smaller one? 1. So distance between the points E and D. And how we write it? We write D, small letter d, in bracket capital E, comma D. So while writing, we write like this. And while reading, the distance between points E and D. So the coordinate of D is 1. Coordinate of E is 3. And what we have to do? Subtract the smaller coordinate from larger. 3 minus 1. Answer is 2. So distance between the points E and D is 2 units. Now when we say distance, it is also the length of the line segment. And distance is same thing as length. So length how we write? We write L and in bracket ED. When we write distance and all, we put comma. So these things we have to take care of. Okay, now distance between the points E and D is 2. And when we say distance between point E and D, we can also say the distance between the points D and E. It is one and the same thing, ED or DE. One and the same thing. Even in the line segment, we say segment DE or ED, same thing. So distance is the length. And so distance between the points E and D is the length of the segment ED and it is 2 units. Units can be centimeter, meters, kilometers, etc. Now what we have to remember here? We have to remember this thing. The distance between 2 distinct points is always a positive number. Now when we say distinct points, it means we are talking about the different points. The points should be different. So distance is always a positive number. And if the 2 points are not distinct, then the distance between them is 0. Now distance 0, it means it must be one point, the different name. Like E and D must be the one and the same point. And then in that case, it is one and the same points. It means they are not distinct. If they are not distinct, the distance between them is 0. Otherwise, distance between 2 distinct points is always a positive number. So what we are going to keep in mind? The distance between 2 distinct points is always a non-negative real number. Non-negative number. Now non-negative real numbers, when we say, it means, yes, we read about real numbers. What are real numbers? Rational numbers, irrational numbers are together called real numbers. Now this is a new concept which we are learning, betweenness. Again do one activity. Just take 3 points and draw a line. Then you will come to know which point is between the other 2. So here also, if P, Q, R are three distinct collinear points, there are three possibilities. Now, which are the three possibilities? First one, see the picture, that is figure. Point Q is between P and R. Second, R is between points P and Q. And next, P is between points R and Q. So when you draw three distinct collinear points, there are three possibilities. So check yours, which one you have done. Now next thing what you do is, find the distance between PQ. So the distance between PQ, add distance between QR, and that is equal to the distance between the points P and R. For example, take the distance PQ 1 cm. Distance between Q and R 2 cm. So distance between the P and R is 3 centimeters. And in this case, point Q is between P and R. The betweenness is shown as P dash Q dash R. So whenever we write like this, P dash Q dash R, it indicates that point Q is between the points P and R. And once we write P dash Q dash R, it means only one possibility holds. And this is the, according to this given figures, first one, P dash Q dash R. So this is the concept of betweenness. And there should be three distinct collinear points. You studied about what collinear points? What are collinear points? Yes. If a line passes through three or more points, the points are called collinear points. So understood? We have studied about coordinates. We have studied about betweenness. Now let's start with our practice set 1. If you are having textbooks, open it. If no, no problem. I have written the questions. You can see from here. Practice set 1.1. First question. What we have to do here? We have to find the distances with the help of number line given below. So you are going to draw a number line and draw the points at a distance of 1 cm. It will be very easy for you. But here, as a number line is given, I am starting with, we have to, first question, we have to find the distance between the points B and E. So what we have to do for that? First thing, we have to find the coordinates. What are coordinates? A number associated with a point. So which number is associated with point B? 2. Point B denotes 2. So the coordinate of B is 2. And the coordinate of point E is 5. So first find out the coordinates. Then you are going to determine which is the greater coordinate or larger coordinate. Which is the greater number? 5. We know 5 is greater than 2. So distance between the points B, E is equal to greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. So minus it. 5 minus 2. Simple. The answer is 3. So distance between the points B and E is 3 units. So while writing the answer, we write like that. Writing, we write like this. D in bracket B comma E. Distance between the points B, E is equal to 3 units. So simple. Yes. Now what we have done? First find out the coordinates. Then determine the larger coordinate. Then subtract the smaller from the larger. And what we have got is distance. Now second question. Find the distance between the points P and C. Yes. First we will find out the coordinate. Coordinate of P is minus 4. Yes. Coordinate of point C is 3. Which is the greater number? 3. Positive numbers are always greater than negative numbers. So distance between the P and C is greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. And that is 3 minus, in bracket you write negative 4. So while opening the brackets, it becomes 3 plus 4. When you open the bracket, minus multiplied by minus becomes positive. So 3 plus 4 is 7. It means the distance between the points P and C is 7 units. And what thing it will remember and keep in mind? Distance is positive number. Next sum. Here we have to find distance between the points P and J. So what we will do? First, find the coordinates. The coordinate of point P is -4 and the coordinate of J is -2. Okay, next step is we have to determine, find which is the greater coordinate. Which is the greater coordinate? -2, that is -2. Now both the numbers are negative, -2, -4. And see, while writing the while in number line also, from O0 origin 0, -1, -2, then -3 and -4. So numbers as we go towards the left, they become smaller. As you go towards the right of the 0 or towards the right, they become greater. So from here also you will be able to find -2 is greater than -4. If both the numbers are negative, then the number smaller magnitude becomes greater. Okay, now same steps. Distance between the points P and J is equal to greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. That is equal to -2 minus, in bracket you write -4. So while opening the brackets and all, it becomes -2 plus 4. And that is equal to 2. So distance between the units P and J is 2 units. So in this way you have to solve all the sums. Now this is the next sum. Here we have to find the distance between the points K and O. So you are going to solve. First thing is coordinates. So you will write the coordinate of K is, yes, -3. And the coordinate of 0 is, that is coordinate of O is 0. And the coordinate of O is 0. And then which is the greater number? Greater is 0. 0 is greater than -3. Because 0 is greater than negative numbers. So distance between the points K and O is, right, bigger coordinate. Bigger coordinate means larger coordinate. Greater coordinate minus the smaller one. So 0 minus of -3. So it becomes 0 plus 3, 3 units. So everywhere we have got the answer which is a positive number. So we have to remember distance between the 2 points. This is positive number. Okay, now this sum you will do on your own. Distance between the points Q and B. First find out the coordinate. The coordinate of point Q is, right, that is, yes, -5. And the coordinate of B is 2. Which is the greater coordinate? 2. Next step, what you will write? Distance between the QB is equal to bigger coordinate, that is a larger coordinate, minus smaller coordinate. And for that, which is a greater number? 2. 2 is greater than -5. So that is equal to 2 minus, in bracket you write -5. Open the bracket. 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. Distance in the point Q and B is 7 units. So all of you got the answer? Yes, this way you are going to solve the remaining sums. First find out the coordinates, then determine which is the greater one. Write in the form I have written it, that way. Simplify and write the answer. Question number 2. If the coordinate of A is x and that of B is y, find the distance between the points A and B. Now here the difference is, they are directly given as the coordinates, not the number line. First question, number line was given. We have to find out the coordinates and write. Now here first question, x is equal to 1, y is equal to 7. Now x is equal to 1 and x is a coordinate of point A. So in solution we will write the coordinate of A is 1 and that of B is 7. So distance between the points A and B is equal to greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. And which is the greater coordinate? 7. 7 minus 1, 6. So answer is distance between the points A and B is 6 units. Now the next question. Here x is equal to -4 and y is equal to -5. The coordinate of A is x and that x is equal to -4. So we will write the coordinate of A is -4 and that of the coordinate of B is -5. So distance between the points, that is A and B. Formula is same, steps are same. Greater coordinate minus smaller coordinate. Here which is the greater coordinate? -4. So -4 is greater than -5. And while writing, we will write -4 minus in bracket -5. So when you open the bracket, it becomes -4 plus 5 and the answer is 1. The distance between the points A and B is 1 unit. Next is, if the coordinate of A is x and that of B is y, then find the distance between A and B. X is 4, y is -8. Now you are going to solve. Coordinate of A is 4 and that of B is -8. So distance between the points A and B, first write the formula. Then substitute the values. Which is the greater coordinate? 4. 4 minus, in bracket you write -8. So it becomes 4 plus 8, 12 units. In this way you are going to complete the question number 2. So complete the question number 1, the remaining sums and the 2. Till then, thank you. Bye. Saira. Take good care of yourself. Stay home. Stay learning.